Oh my, good morning. Good on ya, everyone. What a magnificent day. I don't know about you all, but I certainly woke up on the right side of the bed. How about you all? Huh? You all ready to go? This is Sacred Soul Sunday Soul Talk. A lot of S's. A lot of S's. Sacred Soul Sunday Soul Talk. And I just feel there's an energy in the air, in the atmosphere that is ours for the taking. It's ours for the taking. It always is. I mean, yesterday we had the stream and we kind of talked about um, that that permanent way that we can reprogram all the negatives into positives and create a new reality for our lives, right? So we call that, the reprogramming, the permanent reprogramming of the subconscious mind. And that stayed with me all day yesterday. I caught myself many, many times. I don't know about you all. Catch myself many, many times finding that that thought that I had was not that great. And then I switched it over. I replaced it with a better one. I'll tell you, we are, we're just not divinity in motion. We are the sum total right now of everything that spirit is. And so it's not even so much about awakening as it is about retrieval or retrieving, retrieving who we are. And so it has everything to do with our awareness, our mindset, right? And we are the captains of that. We are the masters of that. We are the ones that can actually change our lives. We can do it. We can do it. The power is in our hands. That's the energy that I'm feeling today. That's so much the energy that I'm feeling. And I think we have a nice stream on the Taurus new moon today. It's right on as well. In fact, I have so many things that if we spent a half a day just going through what the material that I have and the awareness that I want to share with you all, I think we would be absolutely more happy than we've ever been in this lifetime thus far. But let's give it a go with the time that we have, all right? So good morning, Marty. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Cami. Of course, you're here. And we'll see who else comes on. There must be some other activities going on in the world today, right? Besides coming onto a meditation, an online meditation. But let's see. Let's see what power we can tap into this morning. Soul power. Power that gives you the ability to change your own destiny. Actually, your destiny is already set to retrieve the reality of the destiny that you are already one with the divine. And now it's just a time of retrieval, okay? So I want to start with an affirmation, and you can listen to it. You can close your eyes with it, and it gives you a little idea of the energies that we have today in this Taurus and in a new moon in Taurus. So I am free in the light of God that never fails. Mm. You might want to say that to yourself, my dear. It might just up the vibration level of you right now. I am free in the light of God that never fails. I am free in the light of God that never fails. I am free in the light of God that never fails. Now, here's something from the inner worlds, another affirmation that came from the inner worlds into my stream, into my feed today, is this affirmation: by the sun and by the stars, by the song of the source, I stand as keeper of the new dawn. By the sun by the star, by the song of the source. I stand as keeper of the new dawn. In sovereignty, I decree. Maybe you can just play along with me, my dears. Maybe you're not feeling this kind of up energy this morning. That's perfectly, you are perfectly right where you are. You are perfect right where you are. Maybe you can just tag along this morning. Go for the ride. We're on a wave of consciousness this morning. Just go for the ride, my dears. Take out your longboard or your shortboard, doesn't matter, or your foam board. You'll get the best ride of your life. So I stand as keeper of the new dawn. In sovereignty, I decree peace shall reign. Peace shall reign today. Life shall rise. Heaven and earth are now one through me. As it was destined, so it is done. Let me read this once more. Just get the feeling. Just get the feeling. You're here to rest, right? You're here to not know us, nothing. We talked about that yesterday. We talked about that a lot. Let's just feel like there's nothing for us to do here. It's about total remembrance. It's about total retrieval. It's about total radical belief and acceptance of who you are already, that you are in source right now. Source is in you right now. Man, talk about a possibility for today. Source is with you as you. You can't get any closer than that. You are one with source right here and now. So by the sun and by the star, by the song of the source, we stand as keepers of the new dawn, and in sovereignty we decree peace shall reign, life shall rise in heaven and on earth that are now one with me. As it was destined, so it is done. So if you haven't gotten into your meditation chair yet, in meditation, mindset or heart set or soul set, let's do so now. Because I want to share something that it was very interesting to me, because we have a little longer meditation today because it's Soul Talk Sunday. All right. So we don't feel at all ever a need to rush to get through so-called material when we're here for this present moment, right? That we're here for this complete makeover, this makeover. Like if you were feeling a certain way this morning, we'll have it. And you can decide if you want to have a complete makeover. You got the goods, my dear. You got the soul power. You got the awareness. You can change any thought that you want. You can go from feeling kind of tired, kind of oldish, kind of just like not feeling too motivated today. And you can turn that into an abundance of enthusiasm. That's the feeling that's in the air. But this was interesting. This is that guy that became a disciple of Maharishi, Ramana Maharshi, became a disciple of him. But what you all don't know is how he became that disciple of Ramana Maharshi. His name is Robert Adams. He was born in New York, 1928. When he was in a crib, when he was in his crib, he got this picture of Ramana that came to his cradle, the cradle that he was in, and talked gibberish to him. He didn't know it was some kind of like a creature from the inner world, but it was kind and loving. And it came to him many, many times when he was in his cradle, right? So he wrote about that. And his friends thought he was crazy. They laughed at him. And he says, Robert says, these visits by the small man stopped when I was around 7. He didn't know what to do. He couldn't share this with anyone. Then something strange took place. Whenever he wanted anything, whether it was a pencil, a chocolate, or a violin, it would appear through someone when he uttered the word God that 3 times. God, God, God. There was the pencil. There was the chocolate. If he found that someone needed a pencil in class, he would utter God 3 times and the pencil would be there, and he would hand over the pencil to the person that needed it. It happened during his exams too. He was not interested in studying. During his exams, he would utter God 3 times and the answers would appear before him and he would write them down. This is how he passed the exams. He held before him the question paper and uttered God 3 times because he had a mathematics test to take. So he uttered God 3 times. He expected the answers to appear as always, but what happened was something entirely different. So you can close your eyes now and feel that this is you and me right now as he goes through his experience. This young boy in this grade school, similar to Yogananda. He said something entirely different happened. The whole room, the whole room was filled with a light, 1,000 times more brilliant than the sun. It was beautiful, warm, a shining glow. Let's all experience it. These holy ones, these great ones, these ones that seem to be, rare, but really they are the norm in the reality, knowing themselves as one with source. They don't share their stories just to kind of brag about it. They do so that we might get an inkling of what we have in store for us. The whole room was filled with a light 1,000 times more brilliant than the sun. It was beautiful, warm, and a shiny glow. You can kind of visualize that right now and feel how warm your heart is. Feel how different the vibrations are in our stream this morning. As we go along, they're going to get deeper. Your insights are going to get stronger. Your awareness is going to be as fine of an awareness of consciousness that you ever had. This is all because of the decree that you made, the intention that you hold, that we hold. Everything and everyone, Robert goes on to say, in the room was immersed in the light. As the children seemed to be mere particles of light, I found myself melting into a radiant being of consciousness. Drop your bodysuit right now, everybody. Drop your identification to this outer world and what you have going on today and how you feel and what you're thinking and the thoughts that are racing through, perhaps. Drop it. Drop the suit that is just a suit, just a garment. It has nothing to do with the reality of you, except to prod you on when it dilutes you, prod you on when it tempts you, and gets you going on an outward bound runaway thought train or desire train or I know better train. Just feel the resonance. So the children were just images of light. And he himself found himself melting into a radiant being of pure consciousness. He then merged into consciousness. Just as if you soften your face right now, soften your cheeks and jaws, and let go of your identity that we're so familiar with, this me person, right? And the plans that I have going on and the things that I'm trying to, to be doing better in my life and such. Let it go. Just be pure consciousness right now. Merge into that consciousness. He said it was not an out of body experience. It was a completely different experience. I realized that I was not the body. What appeared to be my body was not real. That's why I'm saying, folks, drop it. Give, give your suit away to the goodwill. Your body suit, give it back to source. You don't need it anymore. You are pure consciousness. He said, I went beyond the light into pure, radiant consciousness. I became consciousness. This guy just looks like an ordinary guy, like a surfer or something. I became consciousness and my individuality merged into pure and absolute bliss. I expanded. I expanded and became the universe. The feeling was indescribable. It was total bliss and total joy. After this, Robert Adams could no longer carry on his activities as usual. Being a teenager, he wanted someone to guide him. At that time, Joel Goldsmith was regarded as a true Christian mystic. Many people suggested that he approached Joel Goldsmith and therefore he went there. Joel Goldsmith listened to Robert Adams and suggested, go to Paramahansa Yogananda in Encinitas. He will guide you. Robert Adams went to Encinitas in a state of excitement and ecstasy. A strange thing happened. There were many people in the presence of Paramahansa Yogananda. Robert, however, was standing outside. Paramahansaji told his secretary, there's a boy outside. Call him in. Robert Adams prostrated before the great man and said, you are my guru. No, Yogananda said, I am not your guru. Your guru is Sri Ramana Maharshi. The Maharshi is not well. Go to him immediately. After coming out, Robert felt the need to read a book in the library. As he left, I guess he was at the Mother Center in Encinitas. No, he was in Encinitas. After he left Yogananda, he went to a library. He was browsing through the philosophy section when the book, Who Am I? That's Maharshi's book, caught his attention. When he saw the picture of Ramana Maharshi on the book, his hair stood on end because this was the very person who used to appear before his crib and speak to him. So with the strong recommendation of Paramahansa Yogananda, he reached his guru in 1947. He met his guru, Ramana Maharshi. So my dears, let's pretend as we dip into the stillness and silence right now. Your own version, your own version, your own intuitive imagination version of your retrieval. God is already acquired. He is yours. Your own personal, faithful, sincere, pure version of how you are going to be a different person as of this moment, if not already. Breath could be simple. Comes in, breath is coming in. Goes out, breath is going out. Breath is coming in, breath is going out. Keep it simple, but keep your whole being, your full awareness on this loving presence that you live in, that you walk as, the joy, the ecstasy of who you really are. You don't have to do a thing, just receive. My dears, use your soul power right now and challenge yourself to some behavior, some mind stuff that doesn't seem to go away, some hesitancy, perhaps, lethargy, perhaps, where it just doesn't feel right for you. And if you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself now with the power of your soul and can intend with the power of your intention, the power of your destiny as a child of the infinite, one with the supreme. Control the way you want to respond to those challenges. Go for it. Go for it. Change those puppies right now. You have the power. This is your power. You know that your response is radically changing your frequency and vibration right now when your happiness level goes up, when that prana current goes through your system, and all of a sudden you feel so much energy, so much enthusiasm that you've changed something that seemed unchangeable, hanging around too long. And just like that, you've lifted yourself out of that. Yoganandaji says that memory was given to us, was given to the human, that we may practice the remembrance of good things until we can fully remember the highest good, God. God. You have a memory. You have a fresh memory of using your soul power to shift your consciousness and get rid or stop identifying with the human in you as being limited in any way, shape, or form. You have a memory. You have a beautiful memory right now. Now use it in the right way. Remember it. And only use your mind for good memories and beautiful, powerful, empowering thoughts. Only for that. Watch your words. Watch your conversations. And notice where it just drops the energy and becomes useless. A few more of those breaths. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. Before we end this meditation, let's put an inner smile inside our heart, like a little emoji, in our heart. And it's smiling at you now. Have fun with Source today. Be with Source all day. I mean, literally, figuratively, metaphysically, spiritually, all day. How can you not be? How can you not be? Source is us. Talk to Source about everything that's on your mind, your feelings, your challenges, your inspirations. And intend this to be the way that you want it to be intended. Feel it. Smile with it. By the sun, by the star, by the song of the Source, I stand as keeper of the new dawn. In sovereignty, I decree peace shall reign in heaven and earth. Life shall rise. As the one through me, all life as one through me, as it was destined. So it is done, and so shall it be. Oh, well, we are shifting. We are in, we are divinity in motion. We are changing at light speed. We are free in the light of God, and God's light never fails. Do you feel that change in you, my dears? Can you imagine that change in you, my dears? I mean, just not a little. I mean, there are some things that are really hanging us up, and I can speak to for myself. They've been there a long, long time, and I don't ever give up, but they're still hanging around. So, if we got one or two or three of those things, this is a great day, because I'm going to maybe share with you a little something on the power of intention as our little soul talk. And we can intend. If we don't intend, there's that what we're thinking about isn't gonna work for us. I mean, it will work in the negative. It will work in the negative. But if we want the positive, we want the change, if we want the uplift, if we want to feel fearless and unstoppable, that we make up our mind on something, that's it. That's it, end game. That's an end game, right? You decide on something today, it's an end game. And all the energy that you need to pull that off will come to you. Even if you're not feeling so great, it will come to you. Yeah. So let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, actually, well, I told you I had something to talk about the new moon in Taurus, and maybe we can still do that. But for now, I think I want to talk about this power of intention. I think it's more apropos for where we're at right now. So let's see. Let me find this. Maybe do some of those ins and outs breath, my dears, why I find this particular reading that I want to read to you. Yeah. Un momento más, por favor. Aha. All right. Here we go. Let's get powered up. If we're not already powered up, let's get powered up now. I'll read this slowly, and we can stop and pause. We can breathe and feel. We can let the energies just soak in into the deepest parts of our beingness. This is the power of intention, planting seeds of reality. The power of intention, planting the seeds of reality. Again, hold yourself accountable just long enough this morning, my dears, that you get a hint, you get an intuition of what it is that you really want to intend for. I know I've got mine. I've been intending all morning already on it, and it works like magic. So the one who wrote this post says, we greet you with gentle waves of light. We greet you with gentle waves of light. You know, these folks just ain't talking. They're done with talking. That words don't have any power. Yogananda says that words have tremendous amount of power when the spirit is behind them, right? Tremendous amount of power. They can change the world. Just your words, the vibration of your words. So when they say we greet you with gentle waves of light, I think that's what's exactly happening to us. You can believe it or not. Speaking from a dimension where thought and creation are one. Wow. Where thought and creation, can you imagine your creative powers and your thoughts are married together as one? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the reality? Really, honestly, deeply, and go sky is the limit on that, right? And your thoughts are in tune with that reality. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Let us speak today of the power of intention. So do I have all of your attention to listen to what is the power of intention according to these folks? I'll tell you what it isn't. It is not merely a thought. It's not. It's not merely a thought. It is a seed of creation. It's a seed encoded. You know what it's encoded with? The frequency of our willpower. Whoa. It's encoded with the frequency of our willpower and with our awareness and with our energy. Wow. That's a great definition of intention, isn't it? It's the seed of creation, number one, that's encoded with the frequency of our willpower, our source awareness, and our energy. So that's pretty much the gist of it, of who we really are, the power within us. Will, awareness, and energy. It is how you, as a sovereign creator being, whoa, Tara, Marty, and Ashley, and the Clarks, did you think of yourself this morning when you woke up thinking, I need to get some more sleep? That you are a sovereign creator being directing the living fabric of reality? See, it's another world, right? That's what I love about our streams. It's another world. We just come into another world to get out of our little human individualized world, and it's just another world. At least I feel that. If you feel it too, just put a thumbs up in the chat. Just kidding. You don't have to. Yeah. It is how we as sovereign creator beings direct the living fabric of reality. Where there is clear intention, that means sincerity. We need to add sincerity to part of those codes. We got to be sincere about this stuff, right? We just can't just kind of go, yeah, yeah, okay, it's just what Tom's saying to do and this and that. We got to feel it, and then and then go from there, right? We have to really kind of mean business when it comes to this radical shifting that we all need to do if we're going to have this Aquarian age come in our lifetime, right? There's something at stake here. We want to be in the Aquarian age. We want this whole world to shift while we're alive, right? So there's a little bit of urgency without the pressure that we really kind of take this stuff to our heart center and really let the heart, who's all powerful and all creative, kind of kick into another gear for us. So where there is clear intention, energy flows. So that's a keynote. Where there is clear intention, clear energy flows. That's what happened to me this morning. I changed my mindset. I'm geared up. I'm focused. I know exactly what I need to do, how I need to be, how I need to change things. Always, it's always about changing me. It's like that quote that I read you that when you can't control what's happening outside of you, or you try to control what's happening outside of you, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where our power is. So I proved that one correct for me this morning, and the energy was off the charts. Where there is no intention, so let's say we don't have an intention for today in the way that we're talking about. If this day could have just been another Sunday, whatever you do on Sunday, everyone has something to do on Sunday, right? The energy scatters with no set intention. Now we're talking about, the truth, an intention for truth, not an intention for, more playthings of this world, but for the truth. There's a big difference there. So where there is no intention, energy scatters. So they go on to say reality from our perspective is fluid. It's fluid. Ah, that's another thing. Do you guys love to be fluid? Do you love it when your day just seems to just go on its own and everything just kicks? Timing's great, your pace is great, everything is just going, it's just flowing, it's fluid, it's just happening, and you're just kind of feeling light and happy, relatively. Isn't that a great feeling? Because reality is fluid. It is not fixed or solid as it may appear to your senses. It's not fixed or solid, it's fluid, it's in motion. It bends easily to frequency. So again, if we're having a happy, happy heart day, if we're having a happy, real powerful soul day, wow, then that is going to bend our intention to a frequency. They put it this way: each moment is a canvas. So if any of you paint, Lynn Adam, she'll get this immediately. Each moment is a canvas, and our intention is the brush. Yeah, Lynn? Does that ring true to you? Yeah. I'll read it again. Each moment is a canvas, and our intention is the brush. Whoa. Wow. When you hold intention, your field, our aura, that energy field, the quantum field, whatever words you want to use, when you hold no intention, your field becomes open to the many frequencies around you. So if ever you find yourself being pulled down, all of a sudden you're kind of in a mood just like that, or something hits you and what little happiness and fluidity you had seem to have gone away like that, it's because When we hold no intention, our field becomes open to many frequencies around us, others' thoughts, collective fears, passing doubts. Wow. See, if we're not strong, if we're not like, I am the sun, by the star, by the song of the source, I stand as keeper of my new dawn. What's the new dawn? As Yogananda says, a great awakening is knocking at our door. Lord, grant us the strength to welcome the dawn over the ashes of many desires. Yeah, so the new dawn is this new person. If we're not new every day, then we need to come back to our meditation. Maybe we have too many days that we missed, right? If we're not new, that you can look at yourself and go, wow, this is better than yesterday. This is a better day than yesterday. It's just not kind of like yesterday, or it is better than yesterday. So that's kind of what we're going as a tribe. See, we're a soul tribe now. We are, like in the indigenous when they all had those tribal meetings, the talking stick ceremony. Yeah, we should do that some night, Ashley, where we have a talking sticks. Dad, that's a good idea for Thursday night talking stick. And we got to get some of you on there, or so we can have some talking. But we could have talking stick ceremony where each person gets to get the sticks. You can have Trisha always used her crystals. We had crystal wands as the talking stick, but everyone in indigenous, that if someone is talking, everyone in the whole tribe is just giving them all their love and all their light and all their energy. They would live and die for this person, and it's always super positive. And they listen and they listen and they listen because that person never made a mistake. That person never screwed up. And in a real indigenous tribe, they don't look at each other like that. They see each other as the great spirit inside that person, right? So that'd be a great thing for Thursday night. And we could have, a talking stick or crystal, whatever you would bring to the table. And then we just hold the whole vibe for you while you're talking. And that will take care of, this tribe just empowering, more empowerment, more empowerment. Remember in our stream just a couple days ago, don't mess with empowered souls. Don't mess with empowered souls. It's really going to be crystal clear soon for us, my dears. When you hold no intention, we're open. We're open for grabs. We're meat. We're done to the open frequencies around us, thoughts, collective fears, passing doubts. This creates what you may experience as randomness, confusion, or even chaos. See, if we don't have intention, then we're open to all these other things. You did not plant, but seeds were still sown, just not by your conscious hand. Yeah, you did not plant, but seeds were still sown. We didn't consciously have an intention, but the seeds were still sown, but not for a favorable result. It weren't they weren't the seeds of a soul determination and a soul intention and a soul raising of our vibrations, right? As a soul changing something in me today. Lord, change no circumstance of my life, change me. If you're in a relationship with somebody, a partner or a husband or a wife, this is the way to do it. I know it because it's easy instead of that new person. Can you imagine being a new person to your husband or wife or best friend, whatever? A new person, that's something that they just put their eyes up and go, God, there he goes again, or there she goes again, right? That you changed it, you changed your behavior. I'll tell you, the greatest thing in this planet is to have a change of heart when everyone had ruled you out as somebody. That's him. He's stuck with that. That's the way he always says that. He does that thing over and over again, right? That you have a change of heart and you change that behavior. There's nothing more beautiful. There's nothing that brings better energy either, right? So, but when you plant with awareness, of, as Cami Appleseed, Lynn Appleseed, Marty Appleseed, as you plant with awareness, when you say with presence, this is what I choose to grow. This is what I choose to grow within me. The quantum field listens. The quantum field listens. Really? The quantum field, that's God consciousness. Of course, he listens. He knows before we even begin to intend what we're going to intend. But now we're kind of in that what I said, be with source all day long. Of course, source is listening to you all day long. Source is walking you all day long. Can you imagine you being with source the way source is with you? Have you ever thought of it that way, my dears? This is what I choose to grow. The quantum field listens. The atoms, Tara, the atoms respond. Wow. You know that guy that did all that stuff with the water and the molecules of the water and just the intention when you have a glass of water can change the way the shapes of are in those little molecules of water. That guy, I forget his name now. But that is the same with an intention that we can change our whole energy field when we choose to grow. This is what I choose to grow. The quantum field listens. The atoms respond. The timelines begin to reconfigure. So the timelines on how long is this person going to still be the same old her or him, right? Timelines. The timelines will even change for us, my dears. That more magical relationship, let's say, that more beautiful way of being, that just ordinary day, but it's extraordinary to you in every kind of way, right? It starts to occur because of this the intention that we said with presence that we made with presence and our will and with urgency the timelines begin to reconfigure. So then they go on to say a single clear intention held with heart and presence. There it is. A single clear intention held with heart and presence is more powerful than 1,000 unconscious thoughts. You know what? These are all from Facebook. So don't tell me that Facebook is not, I don't go to Facebook. It's just, God is where you want it to be. And I get the greatest stuff. You know, if I would write a novel, I would write a novel. I found God on Facebook. I found my way on Facebook. I became the soul, the soul man on Facebook,
Write it down. That's great, Tom. I love it.
right? Yeah. Okay. No, this is interactive. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that you guys can
Oh,
say,
my mute is on.
yeah, I'm doing all the yakking. You guys can pop in anytime you want. This is open season, man. That was good. Thank you, Ashley. I love what you said. Write it down. A single clear intention held with heart and presence is more powerful than 1,000 unconscious thoughts. That's a pretty good quote. So, so now they're putting it to us. So we ask you, what are you intending today? What are you intending today? Hey, some of you may have gotten the aha already. So if you want to maybe share with the group, that would be fun. If you want to, there's no have tos or shoulds or feeling like, you have to do it because someone suggested something. No, never. You only if it feels right. So what are we intending today? I already told you I've got my things set. I can't wait for my day to unfold because I have an intention that is really good for me, that's going to change something about me, that's going to make everything better in my life and my wife's life. All right. Are your thoughts aligned with what you wish to experience? Now, you got to align those thoughts with what you wish to experience, right? I mean, that's the whole point, I think. Yeah. What are you intending today? Are your thoughts aligned with what you wish? to experience? Are you allowing space for life to respond to you? Or are you reacting without anchoring your will? We talked about that will is important for pure intention, right? So are we allowing, that's a great line though, really. Are we allowing space for life to respond to us? Or are we too busy with our own 2 cents of opinions and what I want to do today, right? And we've got great schemes in our head of why we do our things that we do. Yeah, definitely. We got that all figured out, right? But we're talking about, radical shifting as much as we can in the short season of what's left over in our lives. So, are your thoughts aligned with what you wish to experience? Are you allowing space for life to respond to you, or are you reacting without anchoring your will? To live without intention is to drift, be drifters. To live with intention is to create whatever you want to, whatever you want to be the person of your dreams, man and woman. Be the person that you look up to, that you just go, my God, I am so different than when, da da da. We don't want to be able to recognize ourselves in a short time, is what I'm saying, right? We want to look up to ourselves. We want to be able to just so believe in ourselves that what we say, we mean what we say, and we say what we mean. That kind of authenticity. So they say begin each day with a simple inner planting. Remember, we're planting soul seeds. I intend, and they give us some examples. So you can maybe pick one out from this list. Begin each day with a simple inner planting. I intend to be guided. See, we may miss that. I intend to be guided today. We just get up and do our thing, right? Everything's intentional now. It's also called, spiritualizing your daily routines, the daily activities that you do, the common things, brushing your teeth, that now we can intend to spiritualize them. In other words, that we can actually, intend to have brush my teeth with awareness, could be one of the things you say, or do the dishes, or at least empty the darn dishwasher, put the dishes away. Intention. I always give myself a little pat on the heart every time I try to do the dish, put the dishes away, because I'm not at the best at that. But these are the little things, man, that I'm working on. The little things, the basic things, the basic fundamentals of life. Back to the basics, back to the garden, right? I intend to live in peace. I intend to body truth. Even these humble declarations reshape the field around you. Wow. Can you imagine just our stream this morning? This is we're ending up shortly here, but our meditation, everything we said up to this point, how much we've reshaped the field around ourselves today. You listening, me sharing, heart to heart, we're in rapport. We're in a major rapport. They spell that rapport, Rapport, something that's spelled really weird. I don't know. Maybe it's spelled two ways, rapport or rapport. I like rapport. All right. Remember, you are not here to survive reality. You are here to design it. Creators, right? We're not here to survive reality. We are here to design it. We're not here to drift. We're here to create. We walk beside you. These are the ones from the inner worlds. We walk beside you as you remember this truth. Yeah, there's somebody for sure walking beside us, my dears. You choose. I love the lineage of self-realization because I grew up as a young man in that lineage, right? Just like Robert Adams grew up in the lineage of Ramana Maharshi. Uh, that story I shared at the beginning. But yeah, so I love that lineage because I could walk with Babaji. Sometimes I have Babaji and Larry Mahashai behind me, and I have Yuteshwar and Master right next to me this way, and we're just like this unstoppable force as we walk along. But we're laughing a lot too. You know, remember, God is eternal laughter, and a joyful heart is a smile. This isn't a funeral. Sri Teshwar said this, you know, seeking God is not a funeral ceremony. No, they said he had a laugh that rang in the ethers. And when he laughed, like the whole earth shook. Sri Teshwar. This whole, those people that when they laugh, their whole body is shaken. Yeah. So he's like that. But anyway, these are your friends. These are your walk with Christ, man. Get to know Christ on an intimate way. They're they're all in the same energy. They're all in the God consciousness, the cosmic consciousness. They're all in that. So there's no particular one that you need to focus on that's better than another one. No, you just choose someone and create a rapport, a beautiful, beautiful rapport. Why? So you're not alone. So you're not alone in your head. You're not alone in what you're seeing out there. Oh my God, this morning when I walked the dogs, there were so many things I never saw before. And I've been here in Georgia for 7 years. And I miss most of it. It shows you. We can get used to our surroundings. Don't get used to your surroundings, my dears. Everything is too special for us to get used to our surroundings. All right. That's on all level, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. So that's that. Does anyone have a closing thought of how was today for you? Huh? Did it help you have a shift for today? Did something register a little or a lot? Are you on fire?
Hey, Tom,
What?
um, just want to know, is this recorded? This last part, this whole talk? Can it
Yeah,
be?
yeah, yeah. I just keep the thing running. Yeah.
Okay, because this is vital life force information to
I
be
hear you.
played
I,
6 times a day.
I got you, sis. I
Thank
got
you.
you. I got you. I got.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's what happens when she, she bought into my thing.
I bought in big time.
Yeah, she bought into it years and years ago.
Yeah.
Now listen to this soul talk, man. She's unstoppable. She's irresistible as well.
Forever grateful, forever, ever, and ever, lifetimes forever. We'll
Yeah.
be together.
No, I hear you. No, I know. You've done so much for me. I know in past lives and even in this life, just being my sister, that I have a lot I owe you, sis.
So my beating heart.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh,
Ditto more, 100 times more. Goodbye. I'm gonna get off now.
okay. All right.
I'm getting too emotional.
All right. Anybody else? Tara,
I
Lynn?
couldn't agree with Lisa more. That was just beautiful. And, what's resonating with me is that, one, that I've missed you all because I have missed more sessions as of late than I would intend to,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
I've been just real busy, as we all like to
Yeah.
say. But the thing is don't get comfortable, right? Don't get comfortable with your surroundings is a beautiful sentiment for me. In the way that today's Sunday, clean house day, do dishes day,
Right.
and laundry, and it's okay. Like don't be comfortable with that being the bad things to do.
Good one.
Make them beautiful, and I love that. Thank you.
Good.
I'm going to have a beautiful, like divinely intentional day
Good.
with my home,
Yeah.
which I'm grateful to be able to do.
Yeah. I love that. We got to get Lightworks onto one of these sacred Sundays here.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chris is also one of those just really divinely inspired
yeah.
speakers. I'd love to have them here, her here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And get some of her folks over and we'll go over
That'd
and
be cool.
listen to
Yeah.
her, whatever. But yeah, so anyway, that's beautifully said. Thank you, Ash. I'm so glad you were here.
I'm glad to be here.
Lynn, you got your brush out, right? What did that was a good one, right? Brush
Mm.
is the canvas is the no, the intention is the brush. The canvas is your
Reality. Reality.
reality. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Canvas is the reality.
Also powerful, Tom. I think that we're all molecularly changed after that one.
Change. Good one. I love that. That yeah, I get it. I get it. My molecule is bouncing.
Nothing is, nothing is the same. Every moment is we're completely renewing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just love the intention on the truth, along with intending on closeness with God. And, I was getting so much, just so much from that. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're a sponge. That's good. You are just a receptacle. You're a
Yeah.
receptacle, a clear receiving station.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Just
that's what you are.
the
Yeah,
higher self, just being intending on, with the higher self.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So
so
Lynn, was it a reality? Was the canvas and the
It was each moment is a canvas and our intention is the brush.
each
Love that.
moment,
It's my new
each
thing.
moment is the canvas and the
Oh,
intention is the brush. God
gosh.
dang, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's so good.
It's a
Each
good.
moment, it's a moment. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, wow.
So
So
today,
much, so much. And
today,
that story of Robert Adams blew my mind because he saw Yogananda. Yogananda said, I'm not your guru. Ramana Maharshi is your guru, right? But look,
wow.
as a kid, that Ramana came in a little crib with a little creature like a Yoda or something, and just in gibberish would talk to Robert, and Robert's going, "Okay, all right, I don't understand you, but you're a kind creature." He did that till about 7 years old. That I mean, well, when he was in the crib, but it was 7 years old. He had that experience that I read to you. Yeah, just a boy, just a young lad. All right. You never know what's in our horoscope, right? You never know when we're going to have that that ecstasy. Yeah. Stay awake. Stay aware. Could be today.
Lynn, what were you going to say? Lynn was going to say something, Tom.
I
What?
was going to say that, so I was thinking about that, the canvas and the brush thing. And I also have another thing I do. I know that, so I have a really green thumb and I love making beautiful flower gardens. And so I know that these gardens, I mean, I'm doing them with God. They're God's gardens.
Oh my
And they
God.
weren't nearly as pretty until he turned them over to me. And now he's channeling through me. And so the other day, one of my neighbors had to come help me because the water line burst on my refrigerator. And he said, when he walked up, he said, are you like Snow White or whoever the one was with the seven dwarfs? He goes, because there's all these birds and squirrels and things just hanging out, chattering in your front yard here.
You are another kind of you're another breed, man. You come from one of those planets that we get these informations from. Yes, you do.
So anyway, I just wanted to share that
That's so great.
I'm going to be creating in God's garden today.
I love that,
But
Lynn.
yeah.
Princess Lynn in the garden.
Yeah, picture me out in the
Princess
garden,
Lynn. Yep.
working my magic.
Talking to the birds. Love that.
I love that, Lynn. Thanks. Thank you for letting Lynn speak because that was very majorly good. Yeah, majorly good. Thank you so much. Well, enjoy the garden. We will too.
too. I've got squirrels and now coyotes, but it's just a magnet for wildlife. But it's been very peaceful. And I'd love to have people up to Idlewild sometime. So I need to sign off. My daughter's been calling me and texting me. I think
Okay.
she's
We're
Coming
going.
back.
We're going.
Love to you all. Have a beautiful Sunday.
Up to you all.
Namaste.
Namaste. Oh my goodness sakes.